Well, hello everybody, Vicky here. I hope this finds you well. And I realise it's up about the 8th of January, but this is me wishing you a very happy new year. And I hope everything is going well for you. We've had some dramas, of course, in this house. Things haven't gone quite as smoothly as they could have, but they could have also been a lot worse. So I mentioned that we finally got COVID in December last year, and we did quite well with getting over it, and we had a lovely Christmas. And after Christmas, I got whacked with something else, some sort of hinky bacterial thing, I don't know. So I'm on medication, and of course, this has been waiting for a voiceover to be put up on the 2nd of January, and I have been able to talk, but if I talk too long, I just have these dreadful coughing fits. So I didn't say too much for a week or so because it was, well, what was the point? So I'm just sewing a ruffle here. I didn't what I had didn't quite match, so I had this piece of fabric which is beautiful, and I'm just sewing up a couple of extra. You can see it doesn't take long to do it. Now that bag that's there that's full of ruffles, that comes from Sue at Paper Inspirations. So if you don't want to do your own ruffles, you can pop over there and you can get hers. At some stage I will find time to put some up in our shop, but for the moment I've I've mainly been buying Sue's because just because we'll leave it at that. So I've made a ruffle to match this. Now these tags and the envelopes are made up with predominantly printables, and I'm pretty sure that the one I'm doing there is Dash of Dave. Now I am so terribly sorry to everybody. Yeah, it is. It's a Dash of Dave. It's a beautiful. I'm just showing you the dangle there. It's a beautiful, beautiful printable set that you can buy. I got all jumbled up somehow, and that's a from a paper pad, that one, and I just got everything jumbled up. I got all my printables jumbled up and mixed up. I don't know how I did it because I had a pretty good system. I think it was because I printed out a stack at once, and instead of collating and organising them as I went, I sort of like just kept them printing, and then I thought I'd just know what was what when I finished. So what I've done is I've put them all in a little tub, and I will use them for embellishments as we go along. So I do sincerely apologise if, well, when you see I use a bit of your paper and I don't acknowledge you. It's not deliberate. I was just like, honestly made this mistake. Hopefully I'll start printing them off again one at a time and put them back into my system. But for these ones, and if I do that, I'll be able to, the next time I use a piece of their paper in a project, I'll know who it is. So, long explanation to say that I'm a bit dopey and I apologise. So, what am I doing here? I'm sorry if I repeat myself, because seriously, I've done this quite a few times now and I've had to delete the recording. They're envelopes, they're business envelopes, and I had them in a basket, of course. So it was one of my baskets to finish in our use one basket at a time. So this is basket number 3. I haven't finished basket number 2, but we'll go back to that. I saw these, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Well, no, I'll tell you now, actually. The reason why I'm doing this project is because it was in one of my baskets. I spotted it, and I thought, why not? It's waiting to be finished. So all the envelopes have been covered, but none of the tags have been done. So with them being 20 there, it was a bit daunting, I guess, to have to do to do everything for 20. I thoroughly enjoy it. I get into things and I just love doing it and trying to figure out how to decorate them and how to do the tags a little bit differently so it doesn't look like they've come off the production line. So I'm just, it's through here. I was just doing some, I blackened up the antlers that I cut out. Now with some of the butterflies, you're going to see that my antlers are quite well, they're easy to see. If you get a piece of cotton and you get glue between your fingers, you just rub the cotton through that glue and it stiffens it up, and then they make really good antlers. So I just did a tiny little bit of footage on making them because I know I've done these before and plenty of other people have done them as well. So now I'm just going through and showing you each one. I don't know whether I've already said in this take that these will be for sale. I haven't got them photographed and uploaded at the moment, so hopefully that will happen in the next couple of days. Between me being sick and my craft room for the 4th or the 5th time leaked, and I had water running through it and the mats and furniture down, we had to get at least half the craft room is now in Amelia's room, and it's going to have to stay that way until we can get a builder or a plumber to come and look at it and help us get it fixed. Graham's done a really good job of it, trying to stop it, but obviously silicone is not a way to go, and we just need a builder or a plumber now. And I've just said I am not putting the furniture back in again, and we are getting help to do it when it goes back in. It's just too much for us now. We're very fortunate that the water is on a little bit of a slope, that floor going down, and the big cube units, 16 cube units, they didn't have to be moved, and the tables, they were fine. So there were, it's like half and half sort of thing, but now all along my desk it's just stuff piled up, stacked up. Stuff went absolutely everywhere. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I hadn't gone to sleep. I did. I'm a bit confused. I'd been asleep and I woke up around 3, and I went down into the craft room to check because we'd had torrential rain and for days on end, and sure enough it all came in. So I spent a couple of hours just trying to get the lighter things out. These birds that you're going to see in some of them, they're from Roxy Creations, Fussy Cup Bird printables, and you'll see them. They're all vintage. You just look at them and you know. The rub-ons are 49 a market. So anyway, all my stuff is just I don't know where any of it is, and I know what I want my next video to be that I'm looking forward to working on. I just have to sift through everything and hopefully find everything I need before I start. So it's been a bit topsy-turvy here, but not everything is doom and gloom. We have got our beautiful, she's not family, but I mean by blood, but she's our family. Her name is Margie, and she is staying with us. We're going to have her with us. We went and had Christmas Day with her and her family. They were down from Gladstone, so Margie came home with us, and she's not going home until about, I don't know, 10th of February or whatever it is. So we're just chilling and just loving our time with her. And she's like us. She doesn't need to be going out and traipsing around and seeing every sight and all that sort of thing. She's just happy to sit and to be with us. So we've been watching the cricket. Here's a confession. We've been watching the BBL cricket series, and because we get it on an app, we can start it whenever we want to. So we haven't been starting these games until about 7 o'clock at night. So of course it's after midnight or around midnight by the time the match is finished. So by the time we all have showers and say goodnight to each other and start getting ourselves settled, it's been 1 o'clock in the morning. And my husband, who never ever used to ever sleep in, I to be honest, I woke up at 5:30 this morning, and I thought, I'm still tired. I'll lay in bed and I'll just catch up on some videos and wait for them to wake up. I went back to sleep, and I didn't wake up until 2:30. Only to find out that pair out there didn't wake up until 12. So we're not really functioning very well at the moment. It's like if we got rested sleep, Graham and I got rested sleep, it's not a bother. I mean, we're only got to suit ourselves, don't we? And whatever our timeline is just our business. But we're trying to bring it back in a little bit at the moment. Mind you, it's 20 to 12 now, and Graham's doing something. And he's got his teeth into a new project. And yeah, so I thought, well, these tags, see, I don't know what I've said and what I haven't said now, because I've done this a few times, but this project ticks off lots of boxes. Let's see, one basket at a time. Yeah, I did that because I was saying that this is 3 and we jumped over 2. Yeah, so we did that. Use it up, mass making. Now with the mass making, my mass making is a little bit different to what everybody else does. Roxy Creations and Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah, I know Rachel does, and I think Tina does. They put like a timer on, and they've got X amount of time to do the make, and then they stop and they start decorating and doing what they need to do with what they've made. My mass make is basically, I had 20 envelopes, so I just did 20 envelopes. Did I do them all in the one sitting? Probably not. I probably did them over a couple of time, a couple of sittings, and then with the tags, it's taken me, I don't know, a couple of days, maybe 3 days, to get all the tags done. So to me, that's a mass make. That's my idea of a mass make. Use it up. I said, yep, it's use it up. And my 100 makes my way. I introduced that last year, but because I was a little bit of a naughty girl and I bought stuff constantly over the year, I couldn't keep track of what I'd bought and what I hadn't bought, because the rules to do 100 makes with me is that it can take as long as you like. So all these envelopes counted as one mass make. Oh, that's Louis scratching, you can hear. Sorry. And then all these tags will be another mass make. So I've got 2 mass makes here, and for it to qualify as contributing to the 100 makes, you can't use anything that you've bought. So now I've started again with the ephemera binders. Anything I buy now, I can buy as much as I want to, and I can use it as much as I want to. I just can't count. It just can't count as 100 make. And that's the only rule. So it's a way of using up what you've got, which I think might have been one of the purposes of the 100 makes. First person I ever heard 100 makes was Rebecca at Dancing with Pitbulls, I think. And I haven't seen her for a long time. That was years ago I saw that. But I, with my health and my attitude, I'm not very good at that's Minte, Grandma's Attic, that one, and it's a 49er Market rub-on. Sorry, I'm just trying to, I recognise some of the papers as we go. So yeah, that's just 100 makes. So because I couldn't keep up with what I'd done and what I hadn't done, I decided that now this year, and I have got stuff everywhere, it's going to take me hours just to find what I want to do to craft. And with me not being well, I'm struggling because I haven't been creating. It's my creating is it's a therapy session. It passes time. It's something I love to do, and it's all of those things. So I haven't really been in my room, and I'm starting to feel I'm starting to feel it with my mood and how I'm going. I'm just going to have to spend a considerable amount of time cleaning up the table, because there are things when I was sorting them from the lounge room that I knew I wanted in there. So I just have to clear a space and find. I know what I want to do, so I should be able to get things together pretty easy. Don't know. And then next week is my normal hospital week. As everybody knows, I go into hospital quarterly for the week, so that's next week. So I'm hoping I can get a couple of videos done, and then I can work on the editing so that I can start getting my videos out regularly, which has always been my desire, but not necessarily what I've been able to pull off. So as you can see, I think these are all pretty. It's the papers that I use as much as anything. It makes them all look very pretty. The lovely printables make it easy for me, and then with rub-ons and different things, they come up really beautiful, don't they? I'm really pleased with them. So I'm just about to show you the last ones. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why, some of the tags missed out on getting their dangles. So we're going to rectify that as soon as we see this. So there's stickers that I've put on to embellish that tag, and I believe I put a matching one on the front of the envelope. Yeah, they're clocks, so they've come up really nice. So that's all 20 of them. So you can see it's been a job and a half to do, and this takes longer than the bit that I just put a little bit in there to show you how I went about making them. But this video is more about giving me a chance to tell you and have a catch up on what's going on in our life. I hope everything is going well for you and your family. And I've got a few over the side there, so I'm just checking to make sure that they're all okay. There we go. Now we've got, I have gone away and I've counted how many envelopes missed and tags that missed out on dangles. So I've got them all in a row there, and it just makes it easy for you to see what I've done, because all the tags and the envelopes have got the same oh gosh, what's the word? Pieces. They're made up of the same. So it doesn't take very long to get them all done once you've got everything laid out, ready to go. It's quite exciting this time of year, isn't it? It's like the promise of a new year, and I'm not a real big person on resolutions. I get inspiration and I feel the way I do. I can start my year in June if I have to. I don't work anymore, so the start of my year can be wherever I want it. And if I muck up something that I thought I'd like to do, well then I can just shrug my shoulders, take a deep breath. And if it's what I really wanted to do, I don't have to wait for January to come around to make it a resolution again. I think with resolutions, it either works really super well for people, or it's quite destructive. You get all down and angry on yourself, and you just you just get so cross, you just don't function and do anything well at all, and not just the things that you said that you would stop doing. So I guess resolution's an easier word than to describe what I'm saying, but you can make a resolution at the end of March. It does not have to be the start of the year. And I think the success fail rate of resolutions made on New Year's Eve, I would say it would be very, it'd be very high fail rate, I think, from everything I've ever heard anybody say. But then again, there's people who pull it off and they do it and off they go. So I've been trying for a couple of months now to try and get videos put up on a regular basis. So you can see there with that one, there was nowhere for me to put those dangles on the top, the tab, because it was the butterfly. So I just put it in the side of it, so it's still got one. So now I'm going to take this opportunity to say once again to have a happy new year. May it be safe and peaceful, and as always, be kind to you, and bye for now.